I love the episode. Not going to do a whole breakdown, but we're going to go into a conspiracy theory rabbit hole without actually doing it. My name's Zeph. This is Recluse Vision. I'm the idea guy. So let me show you how to vision. The last episode of my podcast, I talked about how a lot of TV shows and movies right now are very revolutionary in their messaging. And I feel the same way with this TV show, Welcome to Derry. I love this show, and I'm going to give credit to Andy Muschietti and a couple other people involved with this show. But before we do that, I'm not into anything evil or satanic, but I'm into the mystic arts myself. And I believe that it ties into my indigenous heritage. And for them to not be afraid to show that, not only with this tribe, and how because of their shamanic understanding and mystical viewpoint of life, they were able to figure out how to use the meteorite shard to combat against it. But they also showed how in a time where people are paranoid about other races, like Cubans, Cuban Missile Crisis at that time period, he's the sweetest kid out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but he brings up his mystical heritage and having family that's into Santeria as a Cuban kid. And even had them in a circle to try to see if they can tap in to really figure out what's going on. Showing not only the indigenous side of the mystic arts and how not all mysticism is evil, but even with Halloran and him tapping into the Shining, how it can be used as a tool for bad, which the government was doing through him, but it can also be used as a tool for good, which he later shows to Danny in the Shining. Sigils, meteorite, comparing the crystals in real life. This is powerful messaging in this day and age, to me personally, when I see things like this. And I think it's revolutionary on several levels, including a spiritual level. Same thing with weapons. You know, if you really could look deeper into the messaging of weapons, going after kids, just like it, and I can break down why, you know, I'll give you a little bit. The kid thing is because kids have a purity. They just came fresh from the spirit realm. They were born only, 10, 12, 13, 14, 8, 9 years, 4 years. They came fresh from the spirit realm, so they have not been indoctrinated as much yet. They still have a whimsical viewpoint of life. They still have wonderment. And that wonderment is magic. That's the imagination. That's how we are co-creators of reality with God. This gets deep, and that's why you see Gladys in weapons. And then the kids get their get back at the end. So those are revolutionary messages if you really see the symbolism of it. Let's not get too deep. Let's go back, grounded back to reality. Listen, great show, but the cinematics. A few people were saying this shot and a few other shots made them really excited for